Good day, everyone. My name is Bumi Oyebade. I want to welcome you all to this class. Today we want to talk about a pencil skirt with band. First of all, I would like us to know what pencil skirt means. A pencil skirt is a type of skirt that reveals the body shape of the wearer. It's a type of skirt that reveals the body shape of the wearer, and at the same time it's a type of skirt that we derive from the free straight skirt. That is, before we can arrive at this pencil skirt, we'll first of all call the free straight skirt. It means that means we are going to have the origin of a free straight skirt in this type of skirt. We are going to have the origin of a free straight skirt before we get into the pencil skirt. Why this skirt is called a pencil skirt? It's because of the structure of our pencil. Because mere looking at our pencil, at the mouth of our pencil, it is very sharp. At the upper part of our pencil, it is bigger. So that is the logic being applied to this skirt. Because mere looking at the upper part of the skirt, it is bigger, it is big. Then look at the lower part, it is pencil. That is, it is very sharp, it is very tiny at the lower part. That is the logic being applied to this skirt that is being called a pencil skirt. Now, we have different type of pencil skirt. We have the bandless one, and we have the one with band. But this one on the board here, it is called with band. We are going to cut this one with band. Now, in cutting this type of skirt, the measurement we are going to need is four tangible measurements. The length of the owner, the length of the skirt, we are going to need it in cutting this pencil skirt. Then the waist, the calculated waist, then hip, half length also is among the measurement. The four tangible measurements is what we are going to need in this type of skirt. Now, the importance of the half length in this type of skirt is that, without knowing the point of the half length, you will not know where the shape of the skirt will start coming out. So that is why you have to add the half length to the measurement you are going to take when you are taking the measurement of the order of the skirt. Half length is very, very important, because without knowing the point of the half length, we will not know where the shape of the skirt will start coming out. Now, in our pencil skirt, at the upper part, I said is with band. So here we have band, here we have that. Our skirts should always have band, because band add to the beauty of the skirt. So that is why we have to put band. Then this is the back view of the pencil skirt. The back view, what are the things you can find at the back view? We have hook and eye. At the upper part of our band, we have something called hook and eye. That is the one that's used to bring the mouth of the band together. The mouth of the band together. Then we have band, we have dart, we have zip, we have a center line, the one that carry both zip and the slit. Then at the lower part of our skirt, we have slit. Because without putting slits at this type of skirt, the owner will not be able to move the leg very well. So that is why the slit is also important. Likewise, the zip at the back of our skirt, because without putting the zip, the owner will not be able to put it on, because you have to zip down, put the skirt on, then you zip up again. So those are the things you can find at the back of our pencil skirt. This is the front view, and this is the back view of our pencil skirt. So we move to the measurements and the calculation. These are the measurements I said earlier: length, waist, hip, and the half length. Now moving to the calculation of the measurements. Now the original length of the owner is 40 minus 2. The reason why we have to do the minus that 2, this 2 is meant for the band. This line in between the band and the body of the skirt is telling us that this band is cut separately and the body is also cut separately. The band is cut separately and the body is cut separately. So by the time you are cutting the skirt, you have to separate. You have to minus the length of the band from the whole length of the skirt, because by the time you finish the skirt and place the band on it, it will still complete the length of the owner. Now this plus 2 is meant for the down of the skirt. You are using 2 to bend the down of the skirt. So when you add everything up, it's going to give us 40. Now the waist is 28 divided by 4. Why are we dividing our waist by 20 by 4? The reason is that if you want to cut this front fold, you will cut this front view, you are going to cut it into two folds. Then this one also in 2 folds. So 2 folds at the front and 2 folds at the back. You are going to have 4 folds. So this 4 is number of folds for both front and back. So when you divide your 28 by 4, it's going to give us 7 plus 1 1/2. 1 1/2, you are going to use 1 1/2 to pick each dart. 1 1/2 for that, then 1 1 to join the side of the skirt. So 1 1/2 for that, then 1 to join the side of the skirt. So when you add it up, it's going to give us 9 1/2. Let me come back to that waist. 28 is the original waist of the owner. Divide by 4 is number of folds. 2 folds at the front and 2 folds at the back, making 4 folds. So when you divide 28 by 4, it will give us 7 plus 1 1/2. The 1 1/2 is meant for the dart. Then plus 1 to join the side of the skirt. Depends on your choice. You can use 2 to join the side of your skirt, but that should not increase more than 1 1/2. So we are using 1 1/2 to pick our dart. 3/4 here, 3/4 here. So when you add everything up, it's going to give us 1 1/2. Why are we picking 1 1/2? Because we have 2 1 1/2 here, then we have 2 1 1. You know, so far you have already folded the skirt into 2. So that is why we don't take the 2 1 1/2. We take 1. Then you take 1 1 1/2. Then you take the second, the 1 after this 1 1 that you are going to use to join the side, because the skirt is already in 2 folds. So when you add this up, it's going to give us 9 1/2. Moving to the hip measurement. Hip is the original hip of the owner is 38 divided by 4. Then 4 also is the number of folds. 2 folds at the front and 2 folds at the back, making 9 1/2 plus 1. 1 to join the side of the skirt is the only one you are going to add to your hip measurement, because reason is that the dart does not touch the point of our hip. The length of our dart should be either 4 1/2 or 5. Either 4 1/2 or 5. So the distance calculation between waist and the hip is 7. So that is why the dart does not come to the hip point. So that is why we don't move this 1 1/2 to the hip measurement, to the hip side. So it's just only the one to join the side, because if you want to join the side of the skirt, it's going to start from up till straight down. So this one also, we are going to add it to the hip measurement, because we are going to use it to join the side of the skirt. So when you add it up, it's going to give us 10 1/2. But the half length of the owner is 18 plus half, that is 18 1/2. Where do you see this half? The half that we are going to use in joining the band to the body. The body will carry half, then the band also is going to carry the half. So the 2 half is going to come together to serve as for our sewing. So we are going to use that half to join the body to the band. So if we don't have the half, it's going to affect the half length, because we are going to pick that half from the half length. So by the end of the day, the half length is going to reduce to 17 1/2. So that is why every sewing allowance should be added to the original measurement of the customer, so that it will not affect the measurement of the owner. So we are talking about the pencil skirt. These are the structure, the front view and the back view, the measurement and the calculation. Now after this class, now we are going to move to the cutting of the pencil skirt. I've explained earlier that the reason why it is called a pencil is because of the structure of our pencil. The mouth of the pencil is very sharp. Mere looking at the skirt, also the down is very sharp. Then the upper part of the structure of our pencil, if you observe it, you see that it's bigger. So that is why it is called a pencil. The down is sharp, then the upper part is bigger. Pencil skirt. Front view, back view. We do have that at the front. We also do have that at the back. We have zip, we have hook and neck, we have band. We want to go into cutting of pencil skirt. The cutting of pencil skirt, I've already explained the structure of the pencil skirt, the front view and the back view, the measurements, then the calculation. Now we want to move to the cutting of our pencil skirt. Then the first thing we have to cut is the front cut. The front cut of our pencil skirt. Front cut. Now we want to be taking these measurements one by one. The calculated length of our skirt is 40. The calculated length is 40. Now we now say length is equal to 40 minus 2 for band plus 2 for the down of the skirt. So everything will become 40. So that is the length of the skirt. Now the upper part of our skirt, the calculated length of our skirt is 40. which is the one we have already done here. The 40 minus 2, the 2 is for the upper part, which is the band, because we are going to cut the band separately. Now the remaining 2, this plus 2 is for the down of the skirt. We are going to add it because we are going to use 2 to bend the down of the skirt. So everything will now become 40. Now upper part of our skirt, we normally measure waist. The upper part of our skirt, we normally measure waist. Now the calculated waist, we are going to start from this line. Then the calculated waist is 9.5. The calculated waist is 9.5. Now say waist is equal to 9.5. This is the calculated waist. Now we are going to have distance calculation. Distance calculation, the DC between the waist and the hip, for us to know where to measure our hip, because we don't just measure hip, don't just measure do the measurement, because we are going to have the distance calculation. The distance calculation is very, very important in cutting. It's so that we allow our dress to stand very well and to be okay. Now the distance calculation between waist and the hip is 7. We normally use 7. So this one is telling us that this is where to measure our hip measurement. So DC, distance calculation, is equal to 7. So the calculated hip now is 10.5. We are going to make use of 10.5. Our calculated hip is 10.5. Then we have calculated waist is 9.5. Then you now use our hand to cuff. You are going to use your hand to cuff. Now say hip is equal to 10.5. Like I said in my explanation, I said we are going to have the origin of a free straight skirt. And the free straight skirt says when you have the smaller measurement, which is the waist, then you have the bigger measurement, which is the hip, for the normal shape. Then you are going to use the hip measurement straight down for free straight skirt. So we are going to have the 10.5 straight down for our free straight skirt. That is where we are going to bring out our pencil skirt. So we have so just at the point of our hip, we are going to have the hip measurement straight down. So hip is equal to 10.5. Then hip is equal to 10.5. So this is cut in 2 folds. So that is exactly what I explained the other time. I said 4 folds, 2 folds at the front and 2 folds at the back. Now this is the free straight skirt, origin of the free straight skirt. Now we want to make use of the half length. Now I said half length is very important in this type of skirt. If it is free straight skirt, you don't need anything half length, because there is no shape. It's going to be free right from the point of the hip straight down. But here we are treating pencil skirt, so it's going to give us a kind of shape at the lower part. So now we are going to have our half length. The half length, the calculated half length is 18.5. This is our half length. From here to this place, we have half length. Half length is equal to 18.5. Half length is equal to 18.5. Now, inwardly, we are going to deduct 2 inches. Inwardly, we are going to deduct 2 inches. So, deduct 2 inches inwardly. Then you now take your ruler to connect it to that 2. From the point of the half length, you connect it to that 2. It means you are cutting this out. You cut this off. Cut off, cut off. You are going to cut all this off. Cut it off. You are going to cut it off for the down to give us a pencil skirt, pencil shape. So these are the things we will normally do to our free straight skirt to give us a pencil skirt. So this is the front cut. Now we move to the back cut. Our back cut of our pencil skirt. Back cut of our pencil skirt. Back cut of our pencil skirt. Now back cut at the back we call zip allowance. Then we also have the slit allowance. So on the same center line, on the same line at the back. Now we are going to leave whatever you want to leave for that zip and the slit allowance, depend on your customer or depend on you. Now for the purpose of this class, I want to make use of 2.5 for the slit and the zip allowance. 2.5 for the zip and the slit allowance. So I'm going to leave that to 2.5 straight down. 2.5 straight down first. For the purpose of the zip and the slit allowance. 2.5 straight down at the back for the purpose of the zip and the slit allowance. Now you are going to connect it together to 2.5. That is exactly what I want to use. You can use more than that, you can use lower than that. Now the length first, the length is equal to 40. I've already used that at the front. Now the zip and the slit allowance is 2.5 for zip and slit allowance. zip and slit and that one. So immediately after you have already leave this, you are going to move to the normal measurement. The upper part, I said, we normally measure the waist. The upper part, we normally measure the waist, and the calculated waist, you already used that at the front. The calculated waist is 9.5. This is 9.5. Now say waist is equal to 9.5. Now the waist, the calculated waist is 9.5. Then the distance calculation is 7. Distance calculation between waist and the hip is 7. DC, distance calculation is 7. Now the hip, this one is telling us that this is where to measure our hip. So our hip measurement is 10.5. 10.5. Then you use your hand to connect it together. Then you'll be having the 13.5 straight there, because we are going to have the origin of the free straight skirt. The 13.5 straight down. 10.5 just at the point of the hip straight down. That is our free straight skirt. You have the origin of the free straight skirt. We have hip is equal to 10.5. Hip is equal to 10.5. Then hip is equal to 10.5. Then this one also is cut in 2 folds. Now, just the way we did to the front cut, you are going to deduct 2 inches. Deduct 2 inches inwardly. Then the half length is also important. You will know where to connect. So here from this place to this place, we have half length is equal to 18.5. Then you now take your ruler just at the front of that, the point of that half length. Then you connect it to that your 2. To that 2 that you deduct inwardly. You connect it together like this. So you now say cut off. You are going to cut all this off. Cut off. Cut off. Cut off all this. You are going to cut it off. Cut off. Cut off. You are going to cut all this off to body down to give us a pencil skirt. Now the band. How do you cut our band? You can cut your band in 4 folds. You can also cut it in 2 folds. Depends on how you want to cut your band. You can cut it in 4 folds. You can also cut it in 2 folds. But for the purpose of this class, I'm going to cut my hole in 2 folds. 2 folds. The length of our band. The length of our band is 2 plus half plus half. You are using half to join this place, then you are using the second half to join it to the band. So everything will now give us 3 inches. So we are going to have 3 inches. Then the waist. The circumference of the waist is 28. We are no more using the calculated waist, but you are using the original waist of the customer. So waist is equal to 28 plus, you can have the excess of 2. Excess of 2. Excess of 2. So everything will now become 30. 30. This one is cut in 2 folds. Now you are going to leave half to join it to the body. The waist of the original waist is what we are going to use in cutting our band, which is 28 plus 2. This one is excess. Why are we adding this excess is because of that overlapping at the back, because it has to overlap very well at the back, so that while the undies, that is the inner undies of the owner, will not be showing. So it has to lap very well for the purpose of the hook and eye. For the purpose of the hook and eye, it has to lap very well at the back. Now when you add it, everything up is going to give us 30. Why are we cutting it in 2 folds? You know, it's supposed to be in single folds, but one will serve as lining inside. One will be outside, then one will serve as lining inside, because it's after you have already completed your skirt, that is when you are going to place the band, and the band is going to start right from the place of the zip at the back. It will go round. It's not going to have a joining like the way the skirt is having joining at the both side. It's not going to have a joining like that. It's going to start from the zip at the back. It will go around to go and make the zip again. So that is why I said it's going to be cut in 2 folds. One will serve as original, then the second one will serve as the inner lining. So here, when you are coming, you are going to leave half. So this half is the one you are going to use to join it to the body of the skirt. Then you sew half like this all through. Then when you come to this place again, you are going to leave another half. So that's the way we are going to cut our band. This one is the band. The way we are cutting our band. So this one is band. The length of our band is 2 plus half plus half. Half for the upper part, because when you cut this one in 2 folds, you are going to slit it, then you join it back with half. So the remaining half, the second half, is what we are going to use to join it to the body of the skirt. So we have come to the end of the pencil skirt, the structure, the calculation, the measurement, and the calculation of the measurement. I want to appeal to every one of you to help me to subscribe to my YouTube. Always like my page, share my page, and and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because by doing this you are encouraging me, because I'm still going to be doing more and more for the beginners, for the learners. You know, you can go to my YouTube channel to go and learn. I will do more, but make sure you always subscribe. I still remain my name, Bumi Oyebade. God bless you.